when everything seems to demand high drama, all or nothing, end of the world tension and anger and despair in its environmental news, it's easy to overlook the importance of small actions and small changes. In the face of all that melodrama, why should one act matter? Why should digging one little pond make a difference?
When you dig a pond and a robin helps you, watching and picking and taking the worms, when you start again and dig a pond and it fills with water, the first frog that jumps in sends ripples racing across the water. Every ripple is a consequence.
Pilophylax lesoni, Lysotriton vulgaris, Triturus cristatus, Lysotriton helvetica.
A kingfisher on a branch watches, measures, knows the frog is too big for her. A heron lands angular, long toes in soft earth. A heron who will hunt the frog. The air above the pond becomes a territory of dragonflies. Swallows dig mud from the bank for their nests, and in the evening bats hawk over the open water in the hope of an early swarming.
Green hawker, emperor, common darter, blue-bodied chaser, green-eyed skimmer or golden-ringed hunter, quartering the skies.
What do you bring? Who should you plant? A few choice starts? A flourish for growth, grace for height, a burst of water lily colour?
Bogbean, hornwort and brookline, soft rush and hard rush and pendulous sedge.
Open water offers miniature seas, green plankton growing, feeding, water flea swarms, miniature krill for hydra tentacles to net and to fatten the first sticklebacks. Eventually the mayfly will mature, lifting off the water in soft clouds, and the swallows will descend in shrieking, swooping flight to feast, and the bats return to hawk the twilight air above the pool.
Daphnia pulex, Cyclops strenuous, Paramecium, tardigrades.
Blackbirds appreciate your work and drink and bathe in the pool you dug just for them. Finches splash and sparrows flutter and squabble. Your pond is a waterhole for mouse and rabbit, rat and hedgehog, where cats like lions wait and hope.
Troglodytes, troglodytes, Erythacus rubicula, blackbird, merle, ouzel, mavis, throstle, stormcock.
The frogs who survive the summer, the first winter will spawn, a generous exuberance of wriggling life that wakes a pond to richness. Tadpoles swarm, and where taddies swim, great diving beetle larvae will hunt. The adults arriving, heavy round bodies on straining wings, dropping into the new water. Dragonfly nymphs will hatch and, prowling, start a long adolescence of hunting. Stalked by newts, stabbed by larvae, pinned in the extending spring-loaded jaws of nymphs.
Dragonfly
Tadpoles feed a
nymph,
world
bat
of
swimmer,
submarine
water
predators.
scorpion, stickleback, newt, net-waving child.
Tadpoles, a grazing mass of mouths, digesting algae, consuming, tidying away the dead, opening the pond, enriching the water where mayflies grow, snails slide, ram's horn and pond, bladder and ear. Plants root, stalks rise, leaves spreading, shading the depths, keeping it cool. Emergent stalks for nymphs to climb. A flower opens, a star fallen into a dark mirror. A leech arrives, a bud on a bird's foot, to hunt snails while worms colonise the mud.
Caddies weave cases of sand and leaves, rat-tailed maggots, bloodworms, ghost midge.
And if you dig deeper and wider, if your pond fills darker and colder, if you are patient, the toads might come, and dark dragon newts, all flaring crests and courtship dances, while a water vole sits on a mat of rush stalks and nibbles grass. Ripples upon ripples.
Ripples upon ripples upon ripples, life and lives unfolding, interconnecting, touching, holding, gripping, flowing. The patterns of life do not stop. Do not worry about boundaries. Mud feeds, water feeds, earth feeds, air
Mud feeds water,
colour,
feeds
feeds
earth,
hope,
feeds
feeds
air,
joy,
feeds colour,
feeds
water
the
feeds
first
hope,
frog.
feeds
Earth
joy,
feeds
feeds the
air,
first frog.
feeds colour, feeds hope, feeds joy, feeds the first frog.
The first frog who jumps into your new pond sets ripples in motion across the pond, across
the
time,
pond, across
Across the
time,
pond,
uncounted
across
lives.
Across time,
uncounted lives.
across uncounted lives.
One pond ripples across all the lives it touches.